Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle sports and gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast network.
You are still not prepared or ready for this. Hello, welcome back to episode 2 of Salty and Petty. That's right, you missed us. You missed us! I am, well, she is the Salty. Susie Salty and Peter Petty. Yes, Lilith and Phil.
Peppers.
So yes, welcome back to episode 2. We're going to be talking the Golden Globe Awards.
And it's a fucking scam. This year is a total fucking scam, bro. I've never seen nominations this goddamn hideous. I mean, to be fair, the Golden Globes are a scam in general. I mean, you know, it's like foreign Hollywood press. It's way more pay to play than the Oscars ever will be. So, I mean, it's an open secret. I'm not saying anything out of pocket. If you know, you know.
All right.
But this year is just like so fucking glaring. Jesus.
All right. Just in general for that, and like the Oscars you mentioned, it's like they complain anymore about how, you know, Marvel movies, they call superheroes movies Marvel movies. Marvel movies
of course, because they're the only ones making good ones.
Exactly.
I'll say it. I'll jump on the bandwagon.
Exactly. But it's just like they're like, oh, you know, the only good movies that, you know, well, not the only good, you know, Marvel movies are ruining the industry, but they'll never nominate it.
Well, they are.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's like they make all this money and, you know, they can claim they're taking all the audience, but they'll never nominate one. I'm just like, well, isn't that kind of...
It's not what's about popular, it's about what's good. I mean, let's be real. Phase 4 was atrocious when it comes to CGI, cinematography, scoring. It's just copy-paste print $1 billion at this point, which is fine. You know, it's not, Marvel's not shooting to be high cinema. They never were. That was never the deal. It's to be as, you know, it's for a general audience to make as much money as possible, as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And merch. Let's be real. That's what that's all about. It's not about, you know, a good story, because if it was, then they would copy paste print from the comics instead of doing their own thing. If we're all going to be honest, lots of questionable choices in the MCU, and the performances are what they are. You know, it's a superhero movie. You're not going to give your all in a superhero movie. You're just not, unless you're Wesley Snipes is, you know, the late 90s, and you've been trying to get that project done for 10 years. You know, hey man, Rock should have took some lessons from Wesley Snipes, but that's a different discussion for a different day.
Except pay your taxes, Rock. Pay your taxes.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to hear about that scandal in about 2 years, but you ain't heard. Look, listen, his wife is shady as hell, and she runs the business side of things in that family, so if you know, you know. I would not be surprised. Allegedly. Let's cover ourselves legally and throw a nice allegedly break it down.
Forget the rant. We need to spill your tea segment from you. Come on.
It's an open secret. I mean, Google is free. If you know, you know. You can put the pieces together. It's just kind of one of those things. I was actually just talking about The Rock last night. Because it was a joke. It's like, yeah, we could go see Black Adam. I'm like, babes. It's not in theaters. I know I have HBO Max, but I'm not watching it.
I know that hit streaming very quickly, didn't it?
Oh, and it's the best streaming on HBO Max. Okay, but how is that making you money, babes? How is that? Why are we trying to save face when we know that Hollywood is finally getting ready to kick Rock out of Hollywood? And I'm just like, thank God.
Who's subscribing?
It's been 5 years overdue.
Who's subscribing to HBO Max for Black Adam? Please, I'm sorry.
Exactly. I mean, they're taking off all my shows, Westworld, and you know, all that other stuff. So they don't really have.
What are they going to have on there? I know I saw them taking stuff off. Like, what are they going to have? Remember, kids, physical media.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten into streaming, but I still always have my physical media. I'm talking CDs, vinyl, VHS, DVDs. Not too big on Blu-ray. I think Blu-ray is a bit of a scam, but but that's where they put all the extra stuff now. So you kind of, if you want to get like behind the scenes stuff, you kind of have to have the Blu-rays now, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but anyway. Yeah, the movie industry is a scam, and it's sad, and it's pathetic, and it's disheartening at this point in 2023. But, you know, that's just life, you know. That's capitalism. Yes, this is your weekly reminder to eat the rich. And might I add, feel free to use Grey Poupon on the side for dipping sauce, you know?
Whoa, okay.
If you're a 90s kid, you get that reference. Okay, let's dig into these sham of an award show nominations. I have actually seen a lot of these, unfortunately, wasting my time. But let's just talk about the main event really quick. Best Motion Picture Drama. Avatar: Way of Water. Be fucking for real. That, what?
I see,
I mean, I saw it, but I saw it in the privacy and comfort of my own home. I was not going outside to see that. I was like, James Cameron, we used to be besties. What happened? What happened? I didn't even like the first Avatar movie. I was like, I think Kevin Costner did it better. Dances with Wolves was better. Can we all agree?
I can.
And it didn't take 3 hours to tell the damn story of a white savior with a colonization complex. Like,
I barely remember that, and I'm like, really?
I got dragged to that movie, and we watched it in like that weird IMAX 3D thing. Newsflash, I actually can't do 3D because it gives me motion sickness. So imagine my surprise! So that movie's ingrained. I had to like watch it with the glasses down, half off, half blurry. It was just a nightmare. Then I tried to rewatch it on DVD, and I was just like, yeah, it was all about the technology. This ain't it.
And I mean, that isn't even the best business model. It's like, how many years between the first one and this one? And it's just like, I mean, think of the world we were in. We didn't know each other. My son wasn't born. It's
I mean, we all thought DC was going to be good. Dark Knight Rises, for God's sakes. But of course, now that Disney bought the rights, you know, they're going to push it and they're going to make it. And that's going to be, I don't care what they have to do. They're going to make $1 billion before they take it out of that damn movie theater. Then they'll re-release it again if they have to, like the first one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, is the technology good? Are the effects visually stunning? Yes, and I think that's honestly why Disney bought the rights and worked it out with James Cameron, because let's be real, that's going to be awesome applied towards Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know how the Mandalorian set is. It's pretty high tech right now, but with that technology, chef's kiss. I'm looking forward to like season 6 of the Mandalorian. We're going to see a definite high improvement, but outside of that, Avatar: Way of Water, it can go the way of Waterworld starring Kevin Costner. Goodbye, forgotten.
No, we need that technology for Marvel movies. Come on, Skrulls, come on.
Secret Invasion. I mean, it's about time they gave Samuel L. Jackson something to do.
Exactly.
I am still not excited for that show, but whatever. Hey, even with Samuel L. Jackson, I'm just like, I can't do it. Can't make me. I'm not gonna do it, Marvel. I don't care what you say. Until Monica Rambeau has her own show, I'm not gonna do it.
Her own show, again, she's gonna be busy with that movie on her back, you know.
Carrying the whole Marvels on her back, I know. Yeah, Brie Larson's been out for a while, so I don't know why we're all pretending and playing this game.
You know what? You know why? Because they're going to watch them attempt to give her like a Robert Downey Jr. send off. You know,
I mean, we have no. Does anybody really have an emotional connection to actual MCU Captain Marvel?
Oh yeah, it's so weird because they had her movie, and then like during like Endgame, she was gone for most of it.
She annoyed the shit out of everybody. Let's be real.
I mean,
cast and crew included. The only person that showed up to her premiere was, God bless his heart and may he rest in power, was Chadwick Boseman. That says all you need to know. That's all I'm saying.
He was a good man.
She's out. She's been out for a while.
So she had the cast and crew of that movie too.
Jude Law alarm goes again. You didn't hear that from me, though.
Oh, my.
You did not hear that from me.
Wait.
Yeah, Way of Water is a joke.
Oh, jeez.
Nice try, Disney. Nice try. I have Elvis starring Austin Butler, and I'm like, baby, weren't you Mrs. Vanessa Hudgens for like 10 years?
Wow!
And you still won't let. I mean, honestly, I know him as Wilkie from Switched at Birth. I'm like, babes, and you still won't let the accent go? That's a red flag. I didn't like the movie. I didn't. And I love Tom Hanks. Don't cancel me. I know the theories, guys. Don't cancel me. I am a 90s baby. I am a Toy Story fanatic. So I'm gonna rock with Tom Hanks till y'all got real proof. I'm gonna rock with y'all till y'all got real proof. So, yeah. So I was just like, okay. That's the only reason why I watched it. I don't know why everybody was praising Austin Butler. I was like, this is a joke. I mean, Bruno Mars is a better Elvis impersonator than Austin Butler. There, I said it. There, I said it.
Yeah, he was on Saturday Night Live, and I think he was even doing...
Yeah, that was just a small dose.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I saw something.
The only thing good about that movie was the soundtrack. Shout out to Doja Cat.
Oh, really?
Having Elvis film in 2022 was super controversial anyway. It's like, hasn't Elvis Presley been canceled for A, being a pedophile, B, being a culture vulture, dying on the toilet, taking a shit from pills? Right?
Wow!
Didn't Eminem tell y'all that? Like, I thought, well, I mean, like, that Elvis biopic was like 15 years overdue. Like, who is even alive whose parents even still claim to like Elvis? I don't know a single soul.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Outside of like Memphis, okay? I don't know a single soul that's not built on the Graceland industry that still claims like Elvis.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, why are we still doing Elvis movies? I'm like, he died a year before.
But it's Laz,
I guess
it's that guy.
I guess, but I'm just, I mean,
from Moulin Rouge. I think that says it all.
I mean, I guess
his movies.
I guess there's some audience for like history stuff. Like, we always get, every couple of years you get one of those World War I movies. I'm like,
and it was inaccurate as hell.
I'm like, are these fall for like older people? Yeah. Like,
and the best thing about Elvis is his twin, and they didn't even really touch on that about how much his twin affected him, and why I feel like he went, snuck down, and stole all the cultural. That's a more interesting story, but that's too real for people, I guess. I don't know. I'm
like, is this movie for older people? Is that for older people? I'm just like, the dude died like 45 years ago.
The way that it was written and shot, it did not look like it. Like, it wasn't like a historically accurate set piece or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know who that was for. I don't know if Lisa Marie Presley needs money. I don't know. I don't know how that happened.
Because I mean, that's part of the Disney model. It's like, you try to bring as many people, as many different age brackets and backgrounds as you can. It's like Elvis
Austin Butler is Elvis. Like, I'm sorry, I never saw it. I'm like, I mean, he's cute and an adorable, like Jess from New Girls kind of way, but he's not like leading man handsome, like say a Chris Evans.
Whoa.
And I know we've kind of slightly low-key canceled him, but it's okay. I'll still talk about the biscuit every now and then.
Taste the biscuit.
But
my favorite biscuit.
So that was a weird thing. It's a weird choice. I never saw the hype behind it. I was utterly shocked. And we'll see how the Oscars play out, I guess. Then we'll really know if it's a sham or not. Golden Globes, like I said, it's very much pay to play. Austin Butler really wants to be taken seriously as an actor now. That whole thing, so... The next thing you know, he'll be playing a mentally challenged person, because that's the kind of, if he doesn't win an Oscar this year for Elvis, that you know how the I Want to Oscar movies go. Shout out to Cuba Gooding, who it never worked for. Anyway, yeah. Then we got The Fabelmans, which I saw this movie. It was limited run. I think I saw when I was in. No, I forget where I saw it, but The Fabelman is actually a really good movie, but I don't think too many people actually know about it. Now this is like a period piece. It's about World War II. It's in Arizona. Fabelman is obviously about the person, Sammy Fabelman, and their family.
So it's
Steven Spielberg, obviously they're going to give it to him. And Michelle Williams was absolutely fabulous. I was glad that I saw that she was at least nominated for acting at the Golden Globes for The Fabelmans. But yeah. This is a good movie. I would recommend it. If you have a chance to see it.
Yeah, I saw that.
I've been big off on Steven Spielberg for a while, too, so I was really surprised that I liked this movie.
I saw the previews. Yeah, it does look interesting, yeah.
Yeah. I think it might be a little bit secretly autobiographical, from Steven Spielberg. That's just
that's the feeling I got just from the previews, yeah. Yeah.
But, the cast is so, I love everybody. It's Michelle Williams, white Michelle Williams, who has a kid with Heath Ledger, not from Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
You got Paul Dano, you got Seth Rogen, bless his lovable little soul. You got Judd Hirsch and David Lynch. So it's a good, solid cast. So I will recommend that movie.
Yeah. Do you think period pieces like that work better? Like the fictional ones more than the biographical ones?
It depends on what it is. I know everybody loves a good World War II movie where there's fighter pilots and stuff like that, which we'll get to in a second because Top Gun Maverick is nominated. They ain't gonna give it to him. Nobody likes Tom Cruise secretly in Hollywood. This was just hey, just so Scientology doesn't, the Scientologists don't get on us too bad. Let's go ahead and nominate it. But yeah, Tar. I don't know what they gave Kate Blanchett to do this. And Alec Baldwin. Pew pew. But man, you had to be high as hell to watch this movie. This movie is ridiculous.
What is it? I haven't even heard of this.
It's it's a Western and it's a musical.
Wait, what?
It's classical music in a West. It's weird.
Why are we turning?
It's the first ever female conductor, but it's weird and.
Why are we turning everything into musicals? Joker.
No, it's based on classical music. She's the first ever female conductor.
Okay.
In the West, anyway. And it's just weird. It's weird. I don't like it. I was like, Kate Blanchett, I love you, babes. I would follow you to the ends of the earth, but now you're canceled for this. You made me watch this. It was boring. Definitely Oscar bait and boring, unfortunately. Also set kind of not in the modern day too. So that I think that's the theme. That's the trend this year. Outside of Top Gun Maverick, talk about a sequel that's too many years too late. Val Kilmer can't speak anymore. What a bastard! I think he waited. So he would be the only focus. Because everybody knows Goose. Come on. Iceman, Goose, those are the favorites. Tom Cruise is just Tom Cruising.
Yeah.
As he always does. Now, I do love Top Gun, the original movie. I do. I was really actually excited for this one, but it took so long because this is during COVID, this was supposed to come out. I actually know a little secret about this movie. I don't know if I should say it or not.
Say it.
I know, it's very behind the scenes.
Spill the tea.
I had a friend who, as you guys know, I live in Florida, and I don't live too far from Clearwater, where he built this really super, super, super expensive condo. It's probably worth $1 billion at this point, how much marble and shit he put in there. But he had a cockpit at the time. It was I think it was 2018, I want to say. It was between 2017 and 2018 they were building it. And he had actual room built for the cockpit training for this movie, I believe. A flight simulator. The whole room was a flight simulator. Yeah, Tom Cruise has got money.
All right, Hal Jordan. All right.
Yeah, when somebody said that to me, I was like, oh, you know what? He probably was training for this movie. As we were reflecting on it. But yeah, I like this movie. I don't think that it's award-winning. It's an award-winning movie.
No. I mean, it's an action. It's a popcorn.
But it's also not, I feel it wasn't a nostalgia circle jerk at all. I think it was very much about the new cast.
It's a popcorn movie, you want an action movie.
And we haven't had those for a while. That wasn't Marvel related.
Which
is what I appreciate it for.
Because even the main objective, it's enemy country, but they don't. They never name it. Do they know?
No. Well, as Scientologists would never. I was very shocked that Paramount was willing to go back to work with Tom Cruise because he actually owns whenever studio puts out Mission Impossible movies, he actually owns that studio or co-owns that studio. So I was really, and so with that, that's why he can do all those crazy stunts and he can sign off on all that stuff on himself and stuff. So I was really surprised to see another studio want to work with Tom Cruise, but I guess they were Paramount's been desperate for money. But I think that Trek has actually become a bona fide hit franchise again with Lower Decks and Picard and Strange New Worlds. So, like, now they don't really have to worry about it because all the Star Trek fans are back and we're giving them money and they have merch. But this was right before when, like, Discovery was not doing too hot. You know, that's during this time period where I felt like they were like, oh, we got to do what we can do. We definitely want to get back in the movie game because Paramount was a joke studio. It was a joke studio for so long. And this kind of put them back on the map, in my personal opinion, as a movie studio. So, like I said, I don't think it's a award-winning, like, best picture film at all.
No, it's something to make money. It's something.
Like I said, I feel like that was definitely to appease Tom Cruise.
And again, they made money off it. I mean, it was in the theater for how long? I swear.
I have no idea. I saw it.
I know.
On streaming.
But I swear it was in there for, I was going to say a month, but it might have been even longer.
Yeah, it's probably longer. Tom Cruise tends to leave his movies in the movie theater just a little bit longer. I think that's actually part of his deal when he does movies. If you ever know, his Mission Impossible seems like it's in the movie theaters forever. It's one of those things. He's a smart businessman. I'll give him that.
Oh yeah, and I think, what did he pick? Was it Memorial Day? Was it Labor Day? There was some holiday he picked to throw that up, and then he picked like a nice little window of a couple weeks where there was like nothing huge coming out. Yeah.
I mean, we don't really have big movies anymore, unfortunately, in the post-pandemic times. So. Mm-mm. Yeah, I was really shocked to see that one. Like, I kind of knew Avatar was just because of how they treated the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Elvis was a biopic, so that was natural. Tar was a biopic, so I was really surprised to see 2 biopics, honestly. Really surprised to see that. And they just probably did that for Cate Blanchett. So, just being real. She's about due for one. So, it's kind of a waiting game.
Mm-hmm.
So we move over to Best Performance by an Actress in a Motion Picture Drama. Because we only care about dramas. Screw comedies and musicals, am I right? So we have Cate Blanchett for Tar. We have Olivia Colman for Empire of Light. Ooh, I did not see that. I did watch the trailer, and it does not look like anything up anybody's alley, which I think is why it probably wasn't nominated for, like, Best Movie or anything.
Ooh.
And this is also set in, like, the 1980s in, like, England or something, I think, which is probably why I was just like, oh, okay. The 80s? The 80s are historical time. Screw that. No. I rebuke that energy that the 80s are now a historical timepiece. No.
Plus the big.
Although we do have that 90s show, so.
I was going to say, the big thing is all in 1990s right now, so.
I mean, they're trying to slowly creep it back to the 80s, I've noticed.
Oh, not.
So maybe we'll get a chance at the redo of that 80s show. Honestly, they tried too hard with it. Like, don't put the cell phone in until, like, 88. Like, don't put it in the beginning of the 80s, because everybody knows those were car phones. I just feel like those writers were too young, actually, to know about the 80s. That's what it felt like when I was watching that, though, all 2 episodes of that. But yeah, Empire of Light, it's nobody I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a bunch. It's like Sarah Stewart. I think this is like British, maybe, is probably why.
Yeah, maybe.
Which is weird. Usually Golden Globes don't do that. They have like Best Foreign Picture, but I guess because they speak English, it can't be a foreign picture. I forget how that works. Then we have Viola Davis for The Woman King. That movie was terrible. I love Viola, but this is the worst. I don't know if she got a new manager or something, but this she should have not done this movie. A, it was controversial, and B, the script was terrible. So,
wow.
Yeah. And I like I said, I love Viola Davis, but I'll tell the truth when the truth needs to be told. Let's see. Then we have Ana de Armas from Blonde, which another controversial biopic. I don't know if you saw this, but this was very exploitative. It was very controversial. If you're a Marilyn fan, then you know this movie is just like terrible.
I mean, and again,
people were ranting and raving about it though? But I was like, you got an actress that looks like Marilyn Monroe. Not hard to do, literally because she was created.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so hard.
Hell, and again, she seems like female Elvis. I'm like, why do we need a Marilyn movie every
No. We always need a Marilyn movie, but we need a good Marilyn Monroe movie, and this is not it.
Yeah.
Like, no, Marilyn Monroe, she deserves the hype. She's one of the few, like, old-time celebrities that deserves the hype. They never tell the truth about, like, what she went through and how she actually was, compared to, like, all the books when you read and, like, see what people actually said about her. And if they would actually tell the truth about Marilyn, that would be very cool, but they never do.
Well, I mean, literally part of her life is probably state secrets because, I mean, once you get mixed up with the Kennedys and...
Oh! Shout out to the actual report being unredacted now, allegedly.
Oh, really?
Allegedly, but I don't trust the government, so. But we all know what really happened. We do. And it was to quote the 3 lone gunmen, it wasn't some guy on a grassy knoll.
Oh my.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think end of the day Armis is probably gonna win this, even though my pick to win is Michelle Williams for The Fablemans. Like I said, I was very shocked that I liked this movie. Michelle was amazing in it. She was really the standout, honestly. So it was good to see her nominated. Then we go to the men for best performance by an actor in a motion picture drama. Austin Butler, boo. I think they're going to give it to Brendan Fraser. I think that Hollywood is going to apologize to him with a Golden Globe and an Oscar this year, as they should.
I mean, I
love being in a Brendan Fraser renaissance. It's almost as cool as being in the Keanu Reeves renaissance. That's the vibes right now. So I'm super happy.
I mean, The
Whale was kind of basic, but he did amazing in it.
I mean, he was getting standing ovations and stuff. I mean, isn't that...
I feel like the story was kind of basic, but, like, listen, one of my favorite movies is Blast from the Past. Had it been any other actor outside of Brendan Fraser, well, plus the chemistry with Alicia Silverstone, wouldn't have worked. Wouldn't have worked. The Mummy also would not have worked without Brendan Fraser, as The Rock learned in Scorpion King.
And again...
So we're not even going to get into that whole thing. Remind me to do my hit piece on The Rock. We'll put that on the Patreon, because just in case.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with Brendan Fraser, yeah, I mean, that's the other formula. It's like, yeah, if you're not playing someone's special needs, it's like, oh, look, they gained so much weight or they lost so much weight for this role, Well, he
was,
Well, yeah.
He was already tubby for Hollywood standards, so for him to do this and really, like, put his health on the line and stuff, like, I don't know. But like I said, I thought his performance, outside of even if he didn't gain all that weight, the performance itself was really amazing. A little schlocky, but, Oscar bait, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good actor. I just think a lot of people didn't take him seriously for the longest time because he was just in comedies.
Well, no, you actually know he got blacklisted out of Hollywood. For 2 reasons. A, he got into it with The Rock, and The Rock was next coming of Christ at the time. Now it's Dave Bautista. How does it feel, The Rock? And then also something very Corey Feldman happened to him, and he talked about it, and they blacklisted him.
Oh.
That's the thing we don't talk about with Brendan Fraser. And now, with the whole Me Too thing, I think he was able to, like, come back and, like, work his way in, and they're kind of, like, low-key saying, hey, we're sorry. So I wouldn't be surprised if he won the Golden Globe and the Oscar. I think he deserves it. I mean, especially for the Golden Globe picks. These were terrible. Sorry, Hugh Jackman and The Son. No. Hugh Jackman, I'm sorry, baby. I can't take you seriously anymore. He's done. He needs to go back to Broadway. He can't do movies anymore. I can't take him seriously. I can't.
Well, I think that was his worry. Is that why he kind of,
He's going back to Deadpool. So.
I know. Well, they must have, between Ryan Reynolds and they backed that money truck up.
Oh, they definitely backed up the money truck. But yeah, like, I'd much rather see Hugh Jackman doing Tony Award-winning plays and stuff than see him on the movies. Like, that's where his heart is. It just kind of, at this point, you can just feel it. I didn't like his performance in that movie. But shout out to Billy Nye for Living. I don't know if I would recommend this movie, though.
Why?
Living is kind of weird. Well, all these movies this year are kind of weird and divisive. It's like, he gets sick and he moves. Like, it's one of those things. It's like, live the best day you can, kind of, one of those movies. And I think it's still in theaters for some random reason at this point. So, I wasn't expecting that. I was just like, I feel like I saw this movie forever ago, but I probably did, Probably one of those digital film festivals. I can't remember where I saw it, but I know I didn't see it in a movie theater. So when I was looking and researching to remember about this movie, I saw that it was still in theaters. And I'm like, okay. And they'll still technically be in theaters, I think, by the time the Golden Globes actually air. So that's kind of one of those things. But yeah, no, it's hokey. Like, I don't like when people try to pull my heartstrings because I don't have any. You know, I'm cold, dead, soulless here, so like it just really doesn't work for me.
Okay, Jerry, what is this salty discharge?
Oh, you don't want to know the things. Oh, not a flip.
Oh,
then I think they have Jeremy Pope, which okay. Not to be an a-hole, but like he's better. I think it's kind of weird that they picked him because he's super talented. Don't get me wrong. He's before he turned 30, he had like an Emmy, a Grammy, and a Tony. All he needs is an Oscar to be EGOT, you know. Mm-hmm. But The Inspection, another real life story, and it's based on the writer director. So, you know, and it's a Florida story. Like, I don't know. This was not to be an asshole, but this was the diversity pick. Let's just be real. It was just the diversity pick. So they can't get Golden Globe so white. I'm just saying. Because it is pretty white.
A lot of biographies and true stories this year, it seems like.
So, I mean, if you're not making, if you don't have a superhero franchise, what else can you do?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, heaven forbid we actually develop a new intellectual property. Heaven forbid!
Let's pull Scorsese and let's just rant and rave about why all these biography picks, they're ruining the movie industry.
I'm like, babes, didn't you do The Irishman? That you? Didn't you do? Wait a minute. Almost all your movies. You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone.
Well,
he's an old man. He's an old man.
Well,
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Well, I mean, he always rants about Marvel movies, so it's like, let's rant about biographies.
No, for real. Like, and he is responsible for a lot of them. A lot. So yeah, The Inspection, it's an LGBTQIA plus coming of age story set in Orlando, Florida of all places. So,
dun, dun, dun.
That's going to be a wild ride. If you know the history of like gay rights in Florida, I think that's probably like, if that's your special interest, it might be for you. But like I said, it's just kind of that basic origin story, if you will, for writer director kind of thing. But yeah, no. Jeremy Pope is really good, but I just don't think that, I don't know how to put it. It just, like I said, it just feels like they just plucked it out of hat. They're like, we're not getting canceled this year.
You're basic.
Yeah, literally. Oh, the musicals or comedies? I don't know. Did you see Everywhere All at Once? That's what I'm rooting for, because I think that's the only one that I saw. Oh, and Babylon was absolutely terrible. Ooh, Margot Robbie, Barbie better be good or you might be done, baby girl. We are not living in a Margot Robbie world anymore.
Oh, I did see the previews for that. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Another historical piece. Like, what the fuck? And it was like 3 hours and 9 minutes long on top of that in a movie theater.
Wow.
That wasn't Marvel. And it was like, didn't we cancel Brad Pitt before he made this movie?
Angelina did.
Well, no, we did. He's a terrible person, but you know. Terrible. I mean, I don't know. You know, if you're a terrible parent, that's fine. What goes on behind closed, but don't be a terrible person in real life too for us to find out about. Google it if you're interested. Allegedly, by the way. So yeah, Babylon. I don't know what the Banshees of Inisherin is. It's a Fox/Disney thing, so it's probably some weird indie. I'm gonna. So
what were you saying? Were you saying Margot Robbie you think is on her way out the door now too?
If Barbie is not fucking amazing, I mean top tier, brings in at least $500 million, she is done.
She might have to start.
She is out of there.
She might have to start getting naked.
This movie is her second strike.
She might have to start getting naked again.
Unfortunately. And she's kind of old for that, so I don't know who wants to see that. Well, no, for casting directors, I don't know who wants to see that anymore, you know?
That's the woman who said that.
I'm just being real. Somebody who worked in public relations and...
No, I know. You
in a terrible time in Hollywood. I
mean, Hollywood, what?
The late 2000s.
I mean, in Hollywood, what? You're old. You hit 30-year-old, right?
25.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know. Maybe I'm just older, but that's starting to sound kind of creepy. It's like, oh, they want all the nudes to be
your
under
brains
20.
like, your brains are developed. Get the fuck out of here.
You want to be under 25? You want to see all the nudes under 25? That sounds kind of creepy.
Yeah. Welcome to Hollywood.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, this is her strike. So Barbie isn't fucking amazing. She's done. But it's like 17 other women that look just like her that I can't tell apart anyway. It's like her, Jamie Presley, Jamie King. There's another girl, like, so many of them that look just like her.
Hollywood has to have at least one that blonde, a decade.
No, there's literally like, no, honestly, like, I'm being really real. Like, it was like on like Twitter or something. They were like, pick out Margot Robbie. It was like 9 different blonde women. And I was like, all I see is Margot Robbie. And then you have to like look and squint. And I'm like, no, that's Jamie King. That's Jamie Presley. No, the rest of those are all just Margot Robbie. So, I mean, she can be replaced.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
If you're going by looks, oh, yeah.
So, it's like, I mean, she's talented, but I think she girl bossed a bit too close to the sun too soon. So, if Barbie isn't amazing, she's out of there.
And as we've seen with other people, the DC connection probably didn't help.
Honestly, that's where she made her bones and got the nerve to want to be a producer and try to be a shot caller. But if we all really know, it's because she had an affair with Will Smith at the prime of his career.
Wow! Spill that tea.
Oh, I thought we all knew this.
I didn't know that.
So I was never mad at Jada.
Okay.
I was never mad at Jada. Let me make that clear.
Wait a minute. But meanwhile, he's all offended when someone makes a joke about his wife. Okay.
Well, no, he had to be at that point.
Oh, yeah.
We're all saving face. But if you know anything about the Smiths, a quick trip in Google, you'll start to understand.
I mean, I didn't know the Margot Robbie thing, but yeah,
and Chris Rock definitely needed to be smacked in the mouth because he's a tap dancing coon. But anyway,
wow.
I mean, Dave Chappelle's getting there too.
That's the black woman who said that, not me.
Hey, man, I'm sorry, but he is. I can't believe he's.
Go ahead.
Oh, Chris Rock ain't nobody special anymore.
No, I know.
He's on his way out too. He's on his way out. Ever since he got a divorce from his wife, it's the same thing with Kevin Hart. It's like, I'm pretty sure your wives are writing your material because you ain't been funny since.
Oh. That's what I
do the research. Do the research.
Forget this movie stuff. That's all I need is like every week an hour you just burn in Hollywood.
Oh, that just comes naturally. But, so yeah, I don't know too much about that Banshees movie, but I think it's about 2 friends in Ireland or something, maybe.
Oh yeah, is that Colin Farrell and that other older guy?
Brandon Gleeson.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, good for Colin getting back to his roots, but I'll never forgive you for Bullseye.
Because that Brandon Gleeson, I think he was on Saturday Night Live this season too, and then Colin Farrell was like in every other sketch. It's just like, oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't really watch Saturday Night Live. I only watch like the viral clips.
Yeah,
Shout out to SZA.
I mean, that's where I discovered that Brandon. Yeah.
Okay, best performance by an actress. Oh no, wait. My pick, only because I just watched Glass Onion, and it's like, okay, that's cute. But I think I'm going to give it to Everything Everywhere All at Once. I don't know why this is a comedy. I think they just put it there so that it would have a chance to be nominated. This is like the best movie of the year in my personal opinion.
Oh, really?
I mean, screw Marvel's Multiverse of Madness. If you haven't seen Everywhere All at Once, you have to see this movie. It is really good. And it's not like a bunch of like, super known people and things like that, which is what made it really special. It made a lot of money. It surprised everybody. Really well written script, cinematography. I mean, top to bottom, it is a good fucking movie. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's probably streaming somewhere. Go see it. Or it's probably on like Blu-ray by now. It's a pretty old movie. It like came out like the spring, I want to say. Like, I think it came out like right before Multiverse of Madness. I'm pretty sure it came out right before that, like 2 weeks before it. So
there's probably too many moving parts and like ownership shit and stuff, but I'm just like Golden Globes, Oscars, shouldn't someone have like some place where like people can go and watch like all these movies, before the actual awards ceremony?
Only if you're a screener.
I know.
They give them the movies to watch. Rich.
I know.
Along with a lot of free stuff in a goodie bag.
Yep. Let's give rich people more stuff. Yep.
Yeah, crazy, right? Like I said, this is always going to be your weekly reminder to eat the rich. It's why I don't, if you're not a terrible person in Hollywood, I'm not going to talk shit about you. But if you're a terrible person, I'm definitely going to talk shit about you. And it's deserved. And they know it's deserved.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. And then there was Triangle of Sadness. And now it's by a little film company, Neon. It's about, it's like White Lotus, basically. They're on this cruise, and it's full of super rich people.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's giving White Lotus season 2 all the way. So I like it because it's a satire where you should definitely eat the rich. I think this might be a foreign movie too. But Woody Harrelson is in it, so I love Woody Harrelson. I don't know if you know me, you know I love Woody Harrelson from a very, very young age. And so this is I thought it was a good movie. I don't know why it's a comedy. Again, it wasn't really funny. It was actually kind of sad. So.
Well, Triangle of Sadness.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess it was sad in a weird, funny way if you think about it. I don't know, but my pick, like I said, it's going to be Everywhere All at Once. Babylon's the laughing stock.
Triangle of Sadness. All I could think of was
Superior. I mean. If they don't suck the life and soul out of you, do they even do a good job?
Oh, whoa! Scream it! Scream it!
Asking for a friend. I don't know.
Scream it!
I'm not on the receiving end of that. So
Hey-oh.
That's how that works.
Scream it!
What else? Okay, so we're gonna go best performance by an actor in a musical or comedy. Daniel Craig. For Glass Onion? I don't know.
Well,
I'm gonna go with Ray Fiennes for The Menu, which, shout out to The Menu. Cannibalism had a big year this year. Armie Hammer's wet fucking dream over here.
Wow!
We had The Menu. We had, Bones and All. We had another one, Raw with Sebastian Stan, on Hulu. It was a lot of cannibalism this year, but The Menu, I think, was the one that did it best.
Are we trying to normalize cannibalism?
Eat the rich, baby! I don't think it's gonna work out how they think it's gonna work out. But, I think they are, because I remember, a while ago, all the cooking shows, they were like, oh, you should eat grasshoppers and crickets and roaches. They're a great source. No, babes. We're gonna eat you before we eat grasshoppers and roaches.
Whoa!
You can put gold dust on it all you want to. I'd rather eat a rich person.
I know, that always sounds weird. It's always just like, oh, what are you poor people complaining about? There's bugs outside you can eat.
And in some cultures it's fine, but that's not the culture that I grew up with, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
I mean, in some cultures, isn't it just, oh, hey, we
sure,
live in
if
Paul.
you drink coffee, you probably have you have probably eaten a ton of roaches. If you eat peanut butter, you've probably eaten a ton of roaches and rat droppings, because it's legally allowed in America. There's a certain ratio that they'll let slide through, which is why I don't eat that crap anymore.
I thought the background.
All my gut issues went away when I stopped eating bread and peanut butter and dairy.
I told you, soda number one, man.
No, fuck you, Phil.
Hey, no.
Look, listen, you gotta have something.
Hey, man,
you gotta have something. I'm sorry.
Told you, my stomach thanked me when I.
That's like a you problem, Phil. I was raised on wild cherry Pepsi and Mountain Dew when my mom wasn't looking. On Friday nights when she had to work, I would order Pizza Hut, a Mountain Dew, or a wild cherry Pepsi.
Oh my!
If you're not a 90s to early 2000s latchkey kid, don't talk to me.
Boy, I
was never allowed soda outside of that though, so I would have to go throw the bottles away and the neighbors thing. We didn't drink soda in my house, but I drank soda.
Oh my god, I'm only just the latest man in the line of men in Lilith's life to hear. That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Let's see. So I think they're gonna probably give it to Ralph Fiennes for The Menu, or they might give it to Diego Calva for Babylon. I feel like Babylon has really been pushing because they have really terrible reviews, so that's the only way they're Golden Globe winner. You know, that's the only way they're going to get that movie on DVD, bud. That's the only way. But yeah, I think I would give it to Ralph Fiennes. Colin Farrell, bless his heart, really trying to go back to his indie roots. Then they had Adam Driver in White Noise. I didn't see this movie. I don't like Adam Driver either, because he ruined the Star Wars franchise for me, but that's none of your guys' business. I guess it's like a drama horror. It's like his family gets poisoned or something and they have to evacuate. I think this was set in like not America, probably why I didn't watch it. I'm a terrible, ugly American. I watch Netflix and like all that stuff, and I don't even turn I watch it with the captions. I watch it in its own thing, but it's just something sometimes if like certain movies are like not set in America, I'm just not interested. Europe is so tiny. Well, it's so tiny.
Oh God, she's like,
I can't take it. I cannot take Europeans seriously anymore. I'm like, babes, my city's bigger than your whole country. Shut the fuck up.
She's like, they took our jobs.
It's not even that. They don't have any factories over there unless it's Germany. But shout out to Margaret Thatcher. If you know, you know. Jamie, if you're listening, you're welcome. I thought she was perfectly fine, but I wasn't even born to be dealing with her policies. I thought it was just because she was a woman. Personally, nobody liked her.
Oh my.
But then I grew up and did some research. Turns out she was a terrible person.
Women can be a-holes too.
Exactly. Let's see. So we got Best Motion Picture Animated. And Puss in Boots better fucking win.
Whoa.
Sorry, Turning Red. Disney does not need the love. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Keep the Shrek franchise alive. Keep it alive. No, seriously, it was a really good movie. I was surprised how good it was. But it's Antonio Banderas as Puss in Boots. Like, if you're a Shrek fan, then you know. I thought that, like, when Puss in Boots first was introduced, I was just like, do we really need this? Turns out we did need that. And then he had another spinoff, and then like I think it's like part of the animated show. Like, if you haven't dug into the Shrek universe since like the late 2000s, shame on you. You should probably check it out. Shrek the Fourth was unnecessary, but Danielle should watch it because Justin Timberlake is in it.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, I think we did see that. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which is absolute freaking nightmare fuel. It looks awful.
That's another one.
It's like grim fairy tales come to life. I was just like,
well, that's another one we get every couple years. Pinocchio.
Well, because Disney doesn't have a monopoly on Pinocchio.
Mm-hmm.
It was like when the Jungle Book came up, and then there were like 3 Jungle Books that year, and they were all like live action, really terrible. I was just like, oh, I cannot wait. I am gonna see that Blood and Honey Winnie the Pooh horror movie. I am gonna see it for shits and giggles. Just as an FU to the mouse. But yeah, Puss in Boots is my pick. But then you have N-O-O. I didn't see that, but I'm assuming it's Korean. So it's anime. So and then they had Marcel the Shell with his shoes on, which was from A24. I'm surprised that A24 is digging into like that CGI live action thing. And it's about like it's like a mollusk named Marcel or something. It's weird. I think they were with Grant Morrison, because that sounds weird, and it looks weird as hell too, by the way. If you're gonna Google it. So I don't know what that's about. And then Turning Red was okay. But as a black person, I am always super jealous of all the cool representation people get in Disney now, because I got stuck with Tiana. The Princess and the Frog, and she's a frog for 3/4 of the fucking movie.
Wow!
And even Soul, the black guy, is a ambiguous blob for 2/3 of the movie. So yeah, fuck you, Disney. Oh wait, the Little Mermaid's gonna be black, so that should make it better, right?
Not for some people.
Yeah, definitely not for some people, unfortunately. I'm just saying, like, Turning Red was okay. I mean, I'm glad that those people got their representation, and it was actually a pretty good movie, but my vote is for Puss in Boots, because fuck you, Shrek needs to stay alive. And Shrek, look, listen, DreamWorks has to stay alive to keep Disney on their fucking toes, because Disney is lazy. All those live action readaptations and shit, terrible. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Like, it's for a new generation, but it ain't for me. They didn't get my money. The best live action, I'm just gonna say it, it's Glenn Close's 101 Dalmatians. That is always gonna be the best live action adaptation that Disney ever did. Sorry, Cruella. Sorry, Emma Stone. No, not you. Sit down. So anywho, those are my thoughts. They're pretty strong thoughts, but you know.
But what else is new?
Yeah, did you take a look at the See Turning Red or any animated movies this year?
No, I don't think we saw a lot of animated this year.
Disney had another animated movie apparently that they did not push really. I think they're trying to step away from animation, unfortunately, and that's going to be their downfall.
Oh, you know what?
I think they should go back to 2D animation, personally.
The only thing I can really think of that we saw animated was probably Super Pets.
Ooh, a DC movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we're going to deal with The Rock, yeah, let's just give him voice acting so I don't have to look at his stupid face struggle to remember the lines. How many years has he been acting? I can literally still see it in his head.
Wait. Are they do the Brando with him? They just write the lines like off.
No. He's definitely he's thinking them. I don't know if you ever seen the pilot for Fresh Prince, but like he's literally probably lipping the lines in his head. So he just memorizes the whole script, and then he's just.
It's like that episode of Friends.
That's why he has that look on his face. I'm telling you, that is why. If you ever really watch The Rock,
I used to love
the guy, but now that I'm like a critical eye, I can see it.
It's like
I'm thinking the lines.
It's like that episode of Friends where Joey's like, "Yeah, they taught me fart acting. It's like if you can't remember your line, you stop." You know, get a look on your face like you're smelling a fart, and just make it look like you're thinking. Yeah.
I mean, that is definitely WWE tactics for sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so let's see. Okay, best non-English language. This is the foreign film category. I think the only one I saw was All Quiet on the Western Front, which was from Germany. I didn't get a chance to watch Argentina, which is from Argentina, obviously, and that was on Prime. Close was from Belgium, and that's an A24 movie. I heard good things about that. Decision to Leave, that's from South Korea, I guess. And then they had RRR, which was from India. Like I said, I only saw All Quiet on the Western Front, and I only watched it because I accidentally thought it was the one from like 1955. Shout out to my ARCs, my ARC sites, I guess. That happens sometimes where you think it's one movie with one name and it's the other one. But I really didn't hear any buzz about any of these other ones. But just knowing A24, I'm gonna go for Close is what they're gonna pick. If you know, A24 can do no wrong at this point. They're the darling. They're the ones to beat in things like this. So I think that's a safe bet. Okay, here we go. They did actually, yeah. Best performance by an actress in a supporting role. Look who it is! Angela Bassett.
Oh, yeah.
Wakanda forever. I can't believe they actually did it.
You think she has a chance of getting it?
Fuck no. That's why I was like, be fucking serious.
Because I was going to say, she deserves it, but it's a Marvel movie, so.
Yeah, exactly. And, as much as Disney thinks they have power in the industry, people like to remind them that they don't have as much as they think.
Yeah.
So, it's a whole political waging of war out here. We get Carrie Condon from the Banshees of Inisherin. And then we have Jamie Lee Curtis actually doing Redemption in Everything Everywhere All at Once, because Halloween Ends was absolutely fucking terrible. Or Halloween Kills, whichever one it was. Whatever Halloween movie came out last year, it was terrible. So she did redeem herself with this movie. Let's see, we have Dolly D. Leon from Triangle of Sadness. And then Carey Mulligan, she said, now, I love Carey Mulligan. So I really feel like it, in the voters' minds, it was probably between Angela Bassett, because she is a darling. She does no wrong, bothers no one. She deserves something because she was robbed for Tina Turner, as we all know. But they love Carey Mulligan. She's an amazing actress. She said it had a lot of buzz. And she said it didn't have terrible CGI. And war propaganda. So, race war propaganda. So I think Carey Mulligan might get it. I would love for Angela Bassett to get it, but I think they're going to give it to Carey.
I mean, in 2022, and 2023, the only excuse not to have good CGI is just budget, right?
Being cheapskates. We're Marvel, and you're going to watch it any fucking way.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
But, if you put in the time and money, everyone would have good CGI.
But they don't take them seriously.
No.
They should go on strike, probably, if they want more money. Or to be taken seriously. If they even have a union. Hold on, let me see if CGI artists have a union.
I was going to say they should if they don't.
I think almost everybody in the industry has to have a union, but you never know. Some things are very shocking in this world.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they are not! VFX artists are not in a union.
Well, yeah, that's how they work them to death, that's all.
Wait a minute. But I thought that, you know what? No, they have to have it. I thought that IATSE was the VFX union, or is that new?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think that it's required for them to be union like everything else in a movie. Like, maybe that's what it is. I'll have to look into that, because now I'm curious. But yeah, more respect and love for CGI VFX artists, because that's why our movies look sad and trashy. Honestly, like, some of the 90s stuff that I've been watching looks better. So, like, mid-2000s, I think, was peak CGI, probably.
Probably.
That's why I was like, James Cameron, thank you for your technology. Disney will be using it shortly. Let's see. Best Supporting Actor. We got Brendan Gleeson from The Banshees of Inisherin. Barry Keoghan from The Banshees of Inisherin. Brad Pitt knocked down to Supporting Actor in Babylon.
Oh my.
Ke Huy Quan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. That would be my pick, but I think they're going to give it to Eddie Redmayne in The Good Nurse. They love Eddie Redmayne. He is, of course, British. So I think that's who they're going to give it to. But I'd love it if they gave it to the other guy, for sure. The Good Nurse was actually a pretty okay movie, but obviously it wasn't nominated anywhere else, so that should tell you everything you need to know. Oh, okay, Best Director. You got any opinions on this one?
Which one is it?
Best Director. So it's James Cameron. Oh, they're all men. Shame on them. James Cameron. Then we have Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schiernet for Everything All at Once. We have Baz Luhrmann for Elvis. Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin. And then Steven Spielberg, The Fabelmans. So I'm going to say they're either going to give it to Baz Luhrmann or Steven Spielberg.
Oh, you don't think they're, not Cameron?
No.
Yeah, you know what? I'll put money on it now. They'll probably be Spielberg.
It's been a while since he won something, right?
Yeah, it's a tried and true name,
Yeah. I would love, like I said, I would love to see somebody else.
Oh yeah,
but
definitely.
I'm being realistic. It's gonna be either Baz Luhrmann for Elvis or Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans, and I want The Fabelmans to win if it's between those two choices.
Yeah, exactly.
Baz Luhrmann can suck a dick.
Whoa.
Sorry. Best Screenplay. Todd Field for Tar, Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schiernet for Everywhere All at Once. Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin. Sarah Polley for Women Talking. Oh, this is the only place that you're going to nominate a woman? Cool. Steven Spielberg and Tony Kushner for The Fabelmans. I'm actually going to say they're going to give it to Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schiernet for Everything Everywhere All at Once, because it was the most original. It was original intellectual property.
Ah.
I think they're definitely going to win that. Hands down.
Cool.
Best Original Score. Oh, you know what? Now this is a tough one, because we have John Williams for The Fabelmans. So see, Spielberg brought classic cinema. He got John Williams to do his score, like series.
Yep.
He meant business. He wanted an Oscar this year. You don't just break out John Williams if you're not serious.
No. Yeah.
So definitely he's the top contender, obviously. But I think it might go to Alexander Desplat for Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Oh.
despite the movie being absolute trash, the score is amazing, and he is a very well-known name, and I don't know, John Williams is kind of old hat at this point.
Oh.
And, Golden Globes is supposed to be for the young and sexy, technically, so I don't know.
I don't say
But
that.
then we also have Carter Burwell for the Banshees of Inisherin. We have Hodor Gnator for Women Talking. Justin Hurwitz for Babylon. I don't think they're going to give anything to Babylon. I think it's going to be a complete shutout. Definitely. So I want Alexander Desplat to win, but I think they might give it to John Williams because that was a really good score, and it's like I said, it felt like a before times, like mid 2010s movie, and that was the peak of cinema, just like it was the peak of TV. 2016 was the peak of TV and everything, and movies, and everything has been crashing down since. So it's definitely a nostalgia feel to like the 90s, where all movies were almost consistently good as long as it wasn't direct to DVD or direct to video, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. They might go for that one. Best original song in a motion picture. I think they're gonna appease the Swifties and give it to Taylor Swift for Carolina, where the Crawdads sing, which was actually a pretty good movie. I think it's on streaming. You should go watch it. I think it's based on a book too. I didn't get around to read it, but yeah. They might even give it to Hold My Hand by Lady Gaga, which was from Top Gun Maverick. Cause that song was fucking everywhere, man. Bath and Body Works, the Dollar Tree, freaking Sprouts. It was everywhere.
Everywhere Lilith Hellfire frequents.
Lift Me Up. They're definitely not giving it to Rihanna. I'm sorry. They're not going to give it to her. They're not going to do it. But yeah, I like that song, but it's just not in the contenders for this particular range of songs. Which of course was from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And then they have Not To from the movie RRR. Yeah, it's between Taylor Swift and Lady Gaga for sure. I, of course, want Lady Gaga to win, but, Carolina is actually a pretty good song. I just, I don't want to contribute to Taylor Swift supremacy over here, so.
I don't think you have to.
She has enough, damn it! She's 6 foot tall and blonde! She has enough in her life!
Watch out, Margot Robbie!
Margot Robbie's only like 5'9". Let me double check that, because I might have to get on, let me see. Oh, she's only 5'6". Cool. Lucky Margot Robbie.
I was gonna say,
lucky.
I know she ain't as tall as Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Not too many people are.
No.
Included, but so yeah, no, I was, Lady Gaga. I want her to get back on her pop art stuff. Like, just stop trying to be in your share bag right now. Get back to making real fucking music, man.
You could do stuff with people besides Tony Bennett. Come on.
Actually, that's actually a really good CD.
Oh, yeah, but I'm just saying.
She is Italian, so,
Yeah.
But yeah, so what else is there? Oh, best television series. Better Call fucking Saul.
Oh, yes.
But no, these are all so fucking good, though, and I watch them all. But, like, in my heart, I want Better Saul to win. Then there's The Crown. Then there's House of Dragon. Then there's Ozark. But Severance from Apple TV Plus, out of absolutely fucking nowhere, Apple TV fucking Plus, hands down, has the best show in the category. If you have not seen that show...
Is that the one, was Ben Stiller producing that or something, or directing or something? Yeah.
It's the one where they compartmentalize your mind so you don't know what you do at work. If this should radicalize everybody. I encourage everybody to watch this, and because, yes, it is your weekly reminder to eat the rich. Because, like, that's like some we haven't had Black Mirror in like 3 or 4 years. This is like Black Mirror on fucking steroids. It's so thought-provoking.
Yeah, I remember hearing about this. This is one of the ones I'm like, I want to watch this, yeah.
Yeah, please, if you have not seen this show, watch it. It is so good, man. It is so good. But I do want Better Call Saul to win, not gonna lie.
Oh,
I mean, although, he has a new project that's gonna be on AMC in 2023, probably like towards the late end of the year.
Yeah, I saw a commercial real briefly. What is it?
I forget the name of it, but I was like, also, he has another chance. But he played that character for, basically 15 years.
Oh yeah. Between Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, yeah.
Yeah, so like the end of that show was freaking amazing. He was amazing in every single episode. I didn't think I was like, I really didn't like Breaking Bad, and so I didn't know that I was gonna like Better Call Saul, but like literally he is the driving force that makes that show so freaking good.
Oh yeah.
And I think the writers are geniuses to make a prequel to a show like where we already kind of know what happens at the end to the characters. So like, it's so good. But yeah, I think Severance. I pick is going to be Severance, but in my heart of hearts, I hope they actually do give Bob Odenkirk and gang something to go out on a high note with.
Oh yeah, please.
Let's see. Best Actress in a Television Series. Emma Darcy for House of the Dragon. I still have not watched House of the Dragon as big as a Game of Thrones fan I am, but because I was so disappointed. So that's out. Laura Linney and Ozark. Laura Linney has my heart. That's who I'm rooting for. We have Imelda Staunton from The Crown, Hilary Swank from Alaska Daily. Oh, another good show you should definitely be watching. I was shocked that she was doing TV. And in my heart of hearts, I'm rooting for Zendaya for Euphoria, but she has 2 Emmys. And Zendaya looks like Zendaya. She does not need anything else.
Hey, she's the Black Taylor Swift. She has enough.
Exactly. She has Tom Holland. She has a golden retriever boyfriend. Like, come on. She's got Marvel money. She's got acclaim. Like, she's got Disney kid money, from Casey Undercover. Like, yes, Zendaya has enough. In my heart of hearts, I'm always rooting for Zendaya, but like, she is the Black Taylor Swift. She has enough. So shout out. I hope either first. I'm definitely thinking they're gonna give it to Laura Linney. I think it was either this season coming up or this season that just passed was the last season for Ozark. So I think they're definitely gonna give it to her. Because it's such a good show, and I think they won a couple of other awards, but I don't think she ever got that actual specific thing in an Emmy or Golden Globe. So, Best Actor in a Drama, Jeff Bridges, the old man. No. Kevin Costner in Yellowstone. Yes, this is who I'm rooting for. If you have Paramount Plus and you didn't subscribe for Yellowstone, what the fuck are you doing with your life? I love Kevin Costner though, so like I don't know why, I don't know how, but I love Kevin Costner. So, he's so good in this. I know he's probably a little problematic, but because he's an old white guy.
I was gonna say you don't
hear anything about him, so I'm just gonna assume it's okay.
I always hear about
Yellowstone. I'm just gonna rock with him until I hear the news. Don't ruin it for me if you know. I don't want to hear it.
I always hear about Yellowstone, but I always hear like it's an old person show. Is that not the case?
Babes, I grew up with my grandma watching Murder, She Wrote and Matlock and Perry Mason, and I literally love Texas Walker Ranger. Like that's my fucking show. So, like, Yellowstone is right up that alley. Plus, it's Paramount Plus, which is basically CBS.
Yeah.
And plus, it just got a spinoff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you should be watching Yellowstone. I'm just saying, it's good. It's good. It's an old people show, but it's actually good. Kevin Costner, the whole cast is amazing. So, I'm rooting for Kevin Costner. Sorry, Diego Luna and Andor. Also Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul. So it's between Kevin Costner and Bob Odenkirk, obviously. Adam Scott and Severance. I feel like he does really good. Like he's the lead of the show, obviously, but I feel like everybody else around him, it's very much an ensemble to me that make the show, not him specifically, but like for Bob Odenkirk and Kevin Costner, it's like they are the fucking show. Their faces on the poster. Be serious.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's between those two. I'll be happy if either two of those win. Let's see. Best television series for musical comedy. The Bear is not a fucking comedy! It is the saddest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life!
Were they short some comedies this year?
This is just where they put it when they can't nominate it in the other categories. I am sure of it. The Bear on FX, it's such a good show, but it is not a fucking comedy. It is not. I cannot stress that enough. It's a really good show though. But if we're actually gonna go for comedy, Abbott Elementary, hands down, on ABC. If you're not watching this, I don't know what you're doing with your life. It is a super funny show. Super, super funny. I love that show so much. That's who I'm rooting for. Then you have Hacks from HBO Max. Only Murderers in the Building from Hulu. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And I don't know how Wednesday's a fucking comedy or musical either. That shit is a teen drama if I ain't never seen a teen drama. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm rooting for Abbott Elementary. So. Have you seen any of these shows?
No, I mean, that's another one I want to watch, Abbott Elementary, because I always hear such good things about it.
It is hilarious. As somebody who has teachers for friends and stuff, yeah.
And Only Murders in the Building, I always assume, I haven't watched it, but I always assume Steve Martin Short, it would be good, but...
Now that's an old people show. I'm sorry.
Oh, is it? I never watched it, so I don't know.
Yeah, Wednesday on Netflix is just basically somebody sold the Monster High movie script twice, and Tim Burton fell for it. Terrible, terrible show. Don't care for it. I mean, I love Jenna Ortega, but that is not my Addams Family. They got Wednesday right, but the rest of the Addams.
Boy, they
and Tim Burton, we canceled Tim Burton a while ago.
Once again, that's another property, Addams Family. We try to milk that every decade.
Animation only is my preferred method of Addams Family because it's just the nature of who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Makes more sense and more easily translated in animation than live action. But what do I know? Let's see. Best performance by an actress in a television series. We've got Quinta Brunson from Abbott Elementary, also the showrunner of that show, so that's pretty cool. Kaylee Coco and the Flight Attendant. Y'all know that's my pick because I love me some Kaylee. Selena Gomez, Only Murderers in the Building. Didn't know she was in that. Jenna Ortega from Wednesday, and Jean Smart from Hacks. Obviously, Kaylee Coco.
Oh, yeah.
But they might surprise us, and they might give it to Quinta Brunson. They might surprise us.
Yeah, I would bet money on one of those, too.
Okay, finally, actual best performance by an actor in a television series, music or comedy. Yes, Atlanta is a comedy. Yes, Barry is a comedy. Yes, Only Murderers in the Building are a comedy. But again, Jeremy Allen White from The Bear, not a fucking comedy. I think they're going to give it to Donald Glover for Atlanta because it was his last season. They really kind of disregarded Atlanta because it's a black show. We'll be real about that. So they're going to apologize to Donald Glover and send him out of Hollywood with a Golden Globe. Yes, he's also on the short list to be kicked the fuck out of Hollywood pretty soon. So, anyway, yeah, they might give it to Bill Hader, but I think he's already had awards for Barry.
Wow.
But Barry is absolutely, now that is deadpan, like black comedy, but it's such a good show. I love fucking Barry. That's a good show. It's a good show. You should watch it.
I should, yeah. I do like Bill Hader.
If you like Dexter, but you want comedy, watch fucking Barry.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I always did like Bill Hader.
Yes, yeah. He also did, what's the other lady that he always did his like SNL skits with? They have a movie, the Skeleton Twins. That is such a good movie he's in.
Was it Kate McKinnon or?
Yes, Kate McKinnon. Thank you. Skeleton Twins. It's such a good fucking movie. Those two play twins, and it will fuck with your mind so hard. Such a good movie. Let's see. We got Best Limited TV Series, Anthology, or, made for TV movie. We got Blackbird. Didn't watch that. Wait, no. Blackbird was the one with, I don't know. There's so many of them. I don't know. It's about a serial killer though, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one about, one of them about a serial killer. Because we also have Dahmer from Netflix. We've got The Dropout from Hulu, Pam and Tommy on Hulu, and The White Lotus. Ooh, Pam and Tommy was so fucking good though. As a 90s kid, man, and a Baywatch fan, so fucking good, man. And I don't even like Sebastian Stan. Y'all know I don't rock with him like that. He had a good year because Raw was also on Hulu that he did about cannibalism. It was really fucking good too, so. Yeah, it's a good year for Sebastian Stan and non-Marvel properties, so I think that should tell you everything we need to know about Sebastian Stan trying to creep away from Marvel. He's getting booted!
Oh, really?
Probably. But so for me, it's between Pam and Tommy. Did you watch Pam and Tommy?
No.
So I don't watch TV shows any longer about serial killers. I don't even watch Criminal Minds anymore. It's just a whole thing now. Like I feel bad. Young me was just obsessed with it, and it's problematic. So I didn't watch Dahmer or Blackbird this year. Yeah, I'm trying to change my life, man. I probably shouldn't have watched Pam and Tommy either, but it was so good. But The White Lotus is really good too, so I don't know. It's between those two, I think. And I didn't even really like Hulu, but somebody I share passwords with, they have like all of the Disney, Hulu, ESPN, and I honestly use it mostly for ESPN. Like I hadn't used Hulu in like literally a decade. No, like when because I had cut the cord like right at the beginning when it was just like Netflix. So you would get Netflix for everything else, and then you would get Hulu so you could watch next day, or you could do like live TV too.
Yeah.
And so for like probably 2 or 3 years, I had Netflix and Hulu, and that was it. And then like I grew the fuck up and was like, yeah, I kind of probably need cable, probably. I'll just be an old person that has cable. It's fine.
Shut up.
You have kids though. It's an excuse.
Yeah,
it's an excuse. It's like having a landline. Yeah, I had a kid. It's excusable. Let's see. Best performance by an actress in a limited series, anthology series, or motion picture made for TV. Jessica Chastain and George and Tammy. Didn't see it. Julia Garner in Inventing Anna. That was an absolute laughing stock. Who keeps giving Shonda Rhimes things to do? She's a good showrunner, but stop letting her write stuff. Lily James for Pam and Tommy. Obviously, that is going to be my pick. Also, there was Julia Roberts for Gaslit. Ooh, and Amanda Seyfried in The Dropout. She is amazing. I love Amanda Seyfried. I've been a fan of hers forever, since Veronica Mars. If you know, you know. So yeah, I think it's going to be between Lily James for Pam and Tommy and Amanda Seyfried for The Dropout. Actors in an anthology or motion picture made for TV. Oh, Taron Egerton from frickin', that franchise of movies is no longer franchise of movies. For Blackbird, we got Colin Firth. Oh, good for him. It's so many Collins in Hollywood, though. Can't keep them straight because they're all like from across the pond there. That was The Staircase. That was a rough watch, by the way, guys. I don't know that I could sit through it again. Andrew Garfield, bless his heart, Under the Banner of Heaven. Evan Peters for Dahmer, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, and Sebastian Stan for Pam and Tommy. I think it's going to come down to Evan Peters and Sebastian Stan, and they're going to give it to Evan Peters because Jeffrey Dahmer is everybody's favorite cannibal, right?
Pretty much. I mean, most well known, I'd say.
So, and Evan, bless his heart. Bless his little heart. Like, he's a short king. We love a short king that, tries to branch out and pretend like he's tall. So, I think Evan Peters is like, so I think a lot of people just kind of know him either as like Quicksilver or from like the American Horror Story franchise. But he's actually a really good actor. I enjoy him in everything he does. He's really talented, and I think they're going to give it to him.
I can see it. Because
Sebastian Stan has Marvel money, so. I'm just saying, honestly, in their minds, I think a lot of that has it's a whole game of politics that they play, so that's why I just kind of like bring that up. Let's see, Best Actress in a Supporting Role for Anthology, Limited Series, or Made for TV Movie. Jennifer Coolidge, hands down, for White Lotus. She's gonna get it. But there's also Claire Danes for Fleshman is in Trouble. I have not seen that. I saw the trailer and I was like, Daisy Edgar Jones, Under the Banner of Heaven. Niecy Nash for Dahmer. Aubrey Plaza, The White Lotus. I think they're going to give it to Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. They might give it to Jennifer Coolidge. I want Jennifer Coolidge to win. She deserves the world. I love Jennifer Coolidge.
Stifler's mom, yeah.
She's more than Stifler's mom.
I know.
She's the pigeon snap lady from Legally Blonde. Get your shit together, Phil. So best actor in a limited series anthology or made for TV movie. F. Murray Abram, The White Lotus. Domhnall Gleeson for The Patient. Paul Walter Hauser for Blackbird. Richard Jenkins for Dahmer. And Seth Rogen for Pam and Tommy. I think they're going to give it to Seth Rogen. I don't know if you guys know this about Seth Rogen, but he is a powerhouse producer behind the scenes. So he's been doing a lot. Been doing quite a lot in the last, let's say, 10 years. Yeah, the last solid decade. He's been a powerhouse, so they're probably going to give that to him. And that's the only person I could really, maybe Richard Jenkins. He did okay, but mark my words, it might be Seth Rogen. Best actress in a supporting role for a musical comedy or drama television. I don't know any of these people. I mean, I do, but Elizabeth Debicki in The Crown, Hannah Endenbeiner in The Hacks, Julia Garner for Ozark, Janelle James, Abbott Elementary, and the winner that I definitely think they're going to give it to Cheryl Lee Ralph for Abbott Elementary. I can't believe they put 2 people from Abbott. That's kind of rude. It is. It causes animosity. Maybe they're trying to destroy Abbott Elementary from the inside.
Oh, jeez.
I don't put nothing past Hollywood, bro. So, yep, best supporting actor in a musical comedy or drama. John Lithgow, for The Old Man, Jonathan Pryce for The Crown, John Turturro for Severance, Tyler James Williams for Abbott Elementary, and Henry Winkler for Barry. I want Tyler James Williams, aka Everybody Hates Chris, to win, obviously, but John Turturro in Severance, mark my words, that's who's gonna win. Although John Lithgow would be a great pick too. But he has plenty of stuff. So I think John Turturro, he's definitely put his due in Hollywood. They might give it to him. So yeah, if you like Henry Winkler, you should probably watch Barry. He's absolutely hysterical.
Yeah, I need to watch
I don't know if he's meant to be, but he is. So yeah, those are my picks. I watch way more movies than I watch TV though, to be honest. Like, I just binge TV shows on the weekend pretty much. So if it has like more than 3 seasons, chances are, and it's newish, I haven't seen it. It's too many streaming services now.
I know. There's a lot of content out
listen. Paramount Plus, HBO Max, Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Tubi, Pluto, Crackle. There's so many more. It's ridiculous. Oh, Peacock. Sorry, Peacock. So yeah, and then just a fun fact, the studio that has the most nominations is Searchlight Pictures. And that's for just, movies. For television, It's HBO Max and Netflix with a tie for 14. So, yep, those are my little fun facts. I think The Banshee of Inisherin is the movie with the most, followed by Everything Everywhere All at Once with 6.
Ew.
So, we'll see. I don't know. I really don't. I wasn't really drawn to movies this year, honestly. I've been watching a lot of old stuff, catching up on stuff. A lot of horror movies and stuff like that, which never really get nominated. So
I think
feels like I only saw Marvel movies. I can't relate.
No, I'm trying to remember. No, I saw.
Like, and then those 2 DC movies.
I saw Top Gun.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't think you ever mentioned it.
Yeah, no, Top Gun. Luca went to see it. The last Jurassic World movie. Yeah, no, we were.
Oh God, they need to reboot that franchise desperately. That used to be my favorite franchise, despite 2 being so terrible. I still like the 3rd one. Don't shoot me, Jurassic Park fan.
I mean, is the plan just to replace the cast every decade or so?
Chris Pratt was not it. So maybe they'll learn their lesson and not pick Marvel leftovers next time.
I know.
At least vet them. That's why the last movie didn't do good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, is that it, Lilith Fire?
That's definitely it.
All right. So, yes. Send us your thoughts on the Golden Globes before it happens.
Well, by the time they get it, it'll already aired. But
tell
me who was robbed in the next episode, guys.
Exactly.
Who's your pick?
Exactly. And then next week, you have homework because with the upcoming 90s, that 90s show coming out, we're going to talk some That 70s show, right, Lilith Hellfire?
Yeah, I'll try not to make Phil feel too bad because I'm a super fan. I was at one point in time like, yeah, Topher Grace was my favorite person. So
whoa,
until he did that Spider-Man movie.
Oh, is Eddie Brock? Oh my god! All right, so
fun facts about Lilith.
That's all I want to talk about. All right, so yeah. Any of the Golden Globe stuff, that 70s show. Remember, you can always email Salty and Petty directly at saltyandpetty69@gmail.com. Or
it's got a nice ring to it. I love it.
Hey, that's a mouthful. Or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, Salty and Petty, everywhere.
Hive.
Hive, yes. Capes and Lunatics podcast network is on Hive. But you can find links to all the social medias for all the shows we do. This will go up on the YouTube channel also, so please subscribe to the YouTube channel. What is it? We're like 3 away from 269. Lilith Hellfire needs it. 3 more. Come on, we're so close.
Gimme.
Gimme. And then once we hit there, get us to 369. Hell. All right. So yes, this YouTube
To
channel.
1069 and beyond.
That's right. Hell. Again, the Patreon, because once again, we're paying for this ourselves. So
Shout out to our new patron. Thank you for joining the Patreon elite.
yes, we finally got a patron. Yes, another new patron.
I just want to know, is it clams and yams, or is it a biscuit?
Oh, damn. Yeah, so, yes, lots of surprises, lots of good stuff coming in 2023, and pick yourself up some Capes Lunatics and Capes Lunatics Sidekicks merch.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's the only,
It's nobody's business what's in your cup.
that's the only trophy you need, kids. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.
Oh, would you look at what's in my cup?
/CapesandLunatics. Uh-oh.
It's a mic.
Oh, my.
The golden mic.
All right, speaking of Lilith Hellfire.
You never know what's going to happen on Salty and Petty.
That's right. Who knows what she's going to pull out of where. All right, Lilith Hellfire. Where can people dare to talk to you on social media?
Well, you guys, as you know, with the latest implosion in social media, until MySpace comes back, you can find me on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire 69. I may or may not be making content, but I damn sure am making all the comments. So if you want to find out if I'm making content, feel free to follow me at Lilith Hellfire 69 on TikTok. Either do the 6 or do the 9. Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done. Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bruh. Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business. That's a handful.
Right. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Again, in 1 week, talk some of that 70s show in preparation for that 90s show.
How much do you know about that 70s show, Phil? There will be a quiz.
Not as much as you. I mean, I watched it, but not as much as you. We're trying to do a rewatch.
Good.
Oh, really?
Get through those last 2 seasons are fucking brutal, man.
I know.
Fucking Randy.
Well, we'll get there next week. Come back.